Hi everyone, I'm Amy from Blessedepoxy by Amy. I'm just here, and excuse my eyes, I don't know what it is. I can't just stare in the camera because I'm using my cell phone and I can see myself and it just feels awkward. But I'm here to kind of give an explanation of why or how this channel came about. I'm a single mom. I was upgrading my home and getting a bigger home. And I bought this new home. And two kids fell off in the old home and only one came with me. So I got a bigger home for nothing really. But anyway, that's just extra info. But there was some damage on my island. And I wanted to get it fixed. But you know, being a single parent, it's, you know, we got a budget. So I said, let me look and see how I can fix this, if I can fix it myself. And so I started looking and I happened upon epoxy. Actually, it was stone coat epoxy. And, excuse me, and I started watching their videos. And so that's how that was my first ever project that I did was my island countertop. And fun fact, I've did it 3 times and it currently needs to be done. Reason being, if you see my short about my shed out back, I did it in the shed without, I had some air, but it wasn't very efficient because the walls were not in. And it looked good when it was out there, but when I brought it in the house where it's climate controlled, things started moving and you know, I'd walk by, I was proud of it. I'd walk by and run my hand across it. And one day I did that and my hand said, whoop. And I was like, huh? And I found several places where it adhered from the surface, so, or debonded. So yeah, I took my time and chipped away at it. Before you know it, my son was chipping away at it and we took the whole thing off and now I need to sand it down and redo it. But I'm waiting till I get that done. But anyhow, that's the first project I ever did and how I started with epoxy. And you know, and then I got into it because the first epoxy I used, I did not use stone coat. I watched a video with stone coat, but I can't even remember the name of it, but I didn't know about the precautions or any of that, so I didn't have no mask on or anything. I don't even think I was wearing gloves. But this epoxy, little bubbles would float in the air, so whatever it is, I would never use again. And I'll know it if I see it, but I can't remember the name for the life of me. But yeah, it was floating in the air, and I was like, oh, this can't be safe. And the smell was awful, awful. These epoxies we use now have very little to no scent. But I love Stone Coat epoxy. It is a great epoxy. But anyway, this is not for Stone Coat. So I just I was working. You know, I was, you know, still working, doing everything, doing all the things. And just over a year ago, our job started laying off. And they had to lay off 10% of the employees that they had nationwide or worldwide. And that was 7,000 people. I was one of the, I won't say lucky because I don't believe in luck, but I want one of the blessed ones to get laid off. After 17 and a half years with Boeing, I got laid off. And I knew it was coming. I seen the writing. I don't blame them for laying me off because I was having some medical issues that was hindering my doing my job to an extent. I mean, I did great when I was at home and worked from home. It was when I was at the job around all the people that my concentration was atrocious, and I couldn't think straight, basically. But I did great when I was at home, and the job I was doing, I was engineer planner. So it was something that could be done from home. Maybe stepping into the office every now and then to go on the floor and talk to the mechanics. But other than that, it could have been done from home. And I did do it from home for a period of time, or if I was sick or something and I worked from home. But anyway, that's what brought me to this. And I was trying to keep this under 10 minutes. I got laid off, and I said, well, you know, I would do my epoxy as often as I could, which wasn't very often when working a full-time job. But after that, I started doing my epoxy, and I said, you know, because I'd already accumulated a lot of people who I was spending my time watching, learning from, and I said, well, I'm going to do, you know, start my own channel. And so I did, and it's not been very fruitful. But I mean, if I'm being honest, I want people to watch me because they like what they're watching, and hopefully they're learning something. So if you're not learning something, I don't blame you for not watching. Maybe you might learn what not to do, which is a lot of the case. And, you know, I share everything. If it messes up, I share it. If it goes great, I share it. If it's opposite or not at all, like I thought it would be, which a lot of times was what happens with epoxy, I still share it. But that's why I started this channel, you know, because I was laid off. I'm about to be 58. So I was 56, almost 57 years old when I got laid off. So that's a big transition, and I've been applying for jobs, and I don't know, I guess at my age, even though you have a job, your last job that was 17 and a half years, and it was Boeing, doesn't matter. Finding a job, I don't care what anyone says, is very taxing and very difficult right now. I don't know if it's because of my age or what, but some of them I just hesitate to even apply for, and I don't know why I'm going off on this, but I'm going to go ahead and go because of the what would you call it, hack jobs or jobs that aren't real. They're just out to get your information. So it's hard to know what to trust and what not to trust. So basically, this is why I started this channel. And I hope, like I said, I really want someone to learn from me, and, you know, me learn from them, give me advice, whatever, you know, comment, like, share. I don't get a lot of those. I'll get more people viewing than I do the like, comments, and shares. I don't know why. If you would have any idea why, please put it in the comment. But I'm going to let y'all go. Again, this is Blessedepoxy by Amy, and I am Amy. Y'all have a blessed day, and remember to let the ones you love know that you love them. We need to hear it sometimes. We need to see it, and we need to hear it. And do something nice for someone. We none know what the other person is going through. So always be kind to people. I love y'all, and y'all have a blessed day. Later.